Israel, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kakodash. This is part 2. I'm finna get back into going into the prophecy because, it kind of stopped the video. I was getting into it. It kind of stopped, but we finna hop back into this thing, man. So where I left off at was 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So if you haven't seen part 1, go back and watch part 1 so you understand what I'm talking about, because it's going into prophecy, basically things that's going on in this world, things that's going to come to pass in this world, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. Just like in Chicago, they just mandated the vax. You can't even go in a restaurant unless you got the vax. And it's going to come to all the way around the world. It's going to come a time that you're not going to be able to go places without it. It's going to come a time where you ain't going to be able just to go to these stores. You ain't going to be able just to, go out and have family time. It's going to come a time that this place is going to be desolate. It's going to come a time where you're going to see tanks riding around. Just imagine what I'm saying, because this stuff is going to actually happen. Just imagine seeing tanks just riding around, right? You're in a curfew. You can't leave your house. You got the U.S. military coming to kick it down your door, trying to snatch your family up, taking you to FEMA camps. You got people getting their heads chopped off. You have people out here, you have women out here trying to run from men that's trying to rape them. They're trying to find safety. And that stuff is going to actually happen, man. This stuff is real life. We finna really live a so-called movie, man. We see this stuff on movies. We finna actually live that type of life. And it's slowly happening, right? If you got end times app, any type of end time apps, end time news, it tell you that it's showing you basically how fast prophecy is going, and we close to the end. But big news is like NBC, BBC News. They not showing you the stuff that's going on in the world. They is going to keep you distracted. They talking about sports, talking about entertainment. They talking about celebrity drama. But you have end time news, whistleblowers are coming out and telling you what's really going on behind closed doors. And it's coming out that, hey man, prophecy is being fulfilled. I'm finna get Matthew 24. If you know anything about Matthew 24, it goes into prophecy. It tells you how we gonna know that we're in the end. Like, how we gonna know? And a lot of our people don't even know that we in the end. A lot of our people still trying to turn up, still trying to hit the blunt, still trying to have sex with all these different people. They don't even know what's going on. They don't know that, hey man, this is a life and death situation. We are literally in the end, man. Ain't no playing around. The Most High don't care nothing about you, partying, hitting the blunt. Hey, you gonna get judged for that, man. If you ain't keeping these commandments when he come back, when he's in the Son, Yahweh Shah to come back, you gonna get judged. We are literally in the end time, and he using me and other brothers, as messengers to let our people know what time we in, man. Because if we don't do it, who gonna do it? The church ain't gonna do it. What? If you go to church on Sundays, for anybody that's watching, if you go to church on Sundays, what have your pastor been telling you in your church? Have you been learning anything in the church, man? Tell me 6 things that you have learned since you've been in the Christian church. 6 things. Have you learned your nationality? Have you learned that you was an Israelite? Have you learned what times that we're living in? Have you learned what's going to happen when Christ come back? Have you learned any prophecy in the Christian church? No. You haven't learned nothing in the Christian church. The pastor not telling you this stuff. The pastor not telling you that we finna live this stuff, man. So a lot of our people going to get caught off guard, man. They going to get caught off guard. They going to think everything's sweet and all hell going to break loose. They ain't going to know what's going on because their pastor haven't taught them that, man. That's what the Most High said. Warn to the pastors that scatter my sheep. You got all these pastors out here blinding our people, man. They're not telling our people what we need to know. They telling our people what they want to hear. They're not telling our people the things that we need to know to survive this stuff, man. It's coming to this place, right? So, let me go back to First Ezra 15 and 9 real quick. 19. What I was going into for the first part ended. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So you're going to have your neighbor, and your neighbor, not only your neighbor that stay beside you. When they say neighbor, you're not just talking about your neighbor that stay beside you, but your neighbor is your brother, your sister. That is your neighbor. You're going to have people coming to your crib, you know what I'm saying, your cousin, your uncle, maybe your best friend. You know what I'm saying? That's of your nation. Might come in there and steal your food. Why is he gonna do that? Because of the lack of bread for great tribulation. It's gonna be a famine going on, man. They gonna have to have. They got a family. They got to feed too. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna care that y'all went to high school together. He ain't gonna care that y'all went to the bar together after the game and drank a couple of beers. He not gonna think about that. Why? Because he got a family that he got to feed too. And the only thing on his mind is survival. And if you don't want to give it to him, it's like you're gonna be in his way. He gonna try to kill you, man. These are the times that we coming in. Hey, the level of many shall wax cold, man. You gonna have people that you was loving. You gonna have people that you was close to, that you did everything with, and they gonna turn on you, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be a Peter spirit going on in the world, man. It's gonna be a Peter and a Judas spirit going on in this world, man, all the way around. You're gonna have people denouncing Christ, people saying they never knew Christ, people turning their back on Christ, going back into the world. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on that day, man. You might have to witness your mama get put to death. And I'm not trying to scare nobody when I'm talking about this stuff, because you have people don't want to hear this stuff because it's talking about it scares them. It makes them scared. Hey, man, this is the truth. This is the reality. You know, I gotta tell you how it is. I can't sugarcoat nothing, because my salvation on the line if I sugarcoat something. You might lose family members. Family members gonna turn their back on you. You know, your cousin or your brother might die in front of you. They might have to, because they gonna want you to basically do what they want you to do. The so-called New World Order. They gonna want you to do what they want you to do, right? So you might have to they might try to threaten you. You might have to watch your brother get his head chopped off by the guillotine. That stuff is gonna happen, man. We have to prepare ourselves spiritually on that. You can't prepare on a physical level that stuff, man. Trying to lift weights, getting all the guns, stacking up on weapons. You can't prepare like that. You have to prepare spiritually. That's the only way that you're gonna survive this Jacob trouble, this thing that we're coming in, man. This great and terrible day. The only way you're gonna survive this is preparing spiritually. Preparing physically is not really gonna help you if you're not prepared spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So let me get I'm finna get This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 26 through 27. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him. So the Lord know everybody that sin against him, man. You can't finesse the Lord. The Lord know every single body that's sinning against him behind closed doors, that's partying, that's homosexuals behind closed doors, that's stealing, that's not keeping the dietary law, that's eating pork, crab leg, shrimp, and lobster. He know all those people that sinning against him, right? He know that. He see everything. And they say, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. So, hey, man, your judgment is going to get caught during Jacob's trouble. You know, you have people be like, you know, you kind of tell people to start eating pork. You have your grandma be like, man, I've been eating pork for 55 years. I ain't died yet. I feel good. Hey, man, she going to get judged. If she ain't get judged yet, she going to get judged in Jacob's trouble, man. Hey, anybody that's still doing this, that's saying they've been doing it for 55 years or 20 years and nothing ain't happened. Hey, man, you playing with the Lord. Hey, the Lord just waiting. He reserving you for Jacob's trouble, man. You might start starving. Somebody might come and really eat you, literally come and eat you. You know what I'm saying? You might get hung. You know, anything can happen, man. It's gonna be a lot of deaths going on in Jacob's trouble, man. Let me get this precept, man, because it's gonna get so bad, you actually gonna have people try to kill themselves. They're not gonna be able to die. That's how bad it's gonna get, man. You're gonna have people literally trying to kill themselves during Jacob's trouble, commit suicide, but they're not gonna be able to die because the Most High is gonna make them go through this, really. Let me see this. And the precept that I'm finna read next, it basically go into that. You're gonna have people trying to die, basically, right? This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 6. It says, in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it. It stopped.
No, turn the camera so they can see the picture.
Oh, come on. It says, and in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. So you're going to have people that try to commit suicide. Like, literally, it's going to get that bad. You're going to have people trying to jump off buildings. You're going to have people jump off buildings. They're going to survive. Off a high building and survive. You might have somebody try to kill themselves with the gun. The gun jam up. Or the bullet hit them in the head. They don't die. They might be paralyzed, but they don't die. You might have people try to drown, but they keep coming up. The Most High keep pushing them back up to try to breathe. And that's going to happen. Folks going to literally try to seek death and they're not going to find it. You going to have to go through this, man. The Most High not finna let you out that easy. He not finna let you end your life that easy. You been wicked as hell all your life. And you going to try to end your life with a quick death? No, the Most High going to make you go through a slow, hurtful death. Right? I'm finna get that. And it says, We read it. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come up upon the whole earth. So, man, it's plagues going to come upon this earth. Just read about the plagues in Exodus that the Most High put on the Egyptians. Those plagues are coming back to America, plus more plagues that we never seen before. This place is going to look bad. America going to be bad out here, man. It's going to get serious out here. It says, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. See, the Lord say these plagues coming upon the earth, but you're going to remain in them, man. You're going to actually have people that have been keeping the commandments going through this, but hey, it's going to be sweet. You might have people that have been keeping the commandments, knowing they Israelites, being diligent. Hey, they might be laughing during this time, man. The Most High might put that spirit on them to have a joyful spirit. The Most High might put a spirit on them to find a house full of food. The Most High gonna look out for his people that been doing good. But for the people that being wicked, you're gonna be crying this day, man. You're gonna have grown men. You're gonna have the hardest so-called men that you know, the biggest so-called men that you know that you think that would never cry, that would never beg. He's gonna be crying that day, man. Just like a female that been giving birth. He's gonna be losing his mind this day, man, because he's not gonna know what to do. He's not gonna know what's been going on. So, let me see. I'm gonna get it again. It's the 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 27. For now are the plagues come up upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For God shall not deliver you because ye have sinned against him. So the Most High is not going to deliver you out of these plagues, man. So when you call upon the Lord's name, oh Lord, help me. Oh Jesus, help me. He's not going to hear you. Why? Because you didn't want to do what he said. You didn't want to keep his commandments. You didn't want to listen to the prophets on the highways and byways. When they telling you to come hear the word, you flick them off, or you say you got somewhere else to go. You didn't want to stop for 2 minutes to hear the word. Or for this video, you probably clicked off it. You know, you probably clicked on it and clicked off of it. You didn't want to hear it when you heard I was going into prophecy. You didn't want to hear nothing about it. You're going to be the same one in that day that's begging, that's looking for us, man. That's begging for the Lord to hear your cries. But he's not going to hear your cries because you was wicked. The Most High not hearing the cries of the wicked, man. Right? I got a precept. This Proverbs chapter 1 verse. Matter of fact, let me get it right in the scripts. This is the spirit. This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. So when Jacob's trouble come off or kick off, the Most High is gonna laugh at a lot of people's calamity. He gonna laugh at you, man. Just imagine you crying to the Lord. You finna die, right? Just say somebody finna kill you. Or just say you dying, you ain't eating about 3 weeks, and you crying to the Lord. Just imagine you crying to the Lord and he laughing at you. The Lord is literally laughing at you. He's not trying to help you out. He's not reaching his arm out. He's laughing at you. Why? Because you was wicked. You want to do all this stuff for the world. You couldn't let this wicked world go, man. You was worried about you was too worried about chasing the bad rather than getting close to the Most High. You was too worried about partying than reading. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going to happen to the people that have been doing that. The Most High going to laugh at your calamity, right? And that's the last thing that you want to happen. The Most High to laugh at your calamity when you finna die. When you really, really need him, that's the last thing that you want, that you should want. Because he's the only person that can deliver you out of those situations. He's the only person that can help you. So that's the last thing that should you want. Or that's like it. That's the last thing you should want. Is to cry and beg to the Lord, but he don't hear you. Right? It says, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Going to what I said. People going to call upon the Lord in that day. He's not going to answer. The Most High don't care how much you've been to church. The Most High not in the churches. Acts 7:48. He don't dwell in temples made with hand. He don't care about how long you've been in the churches. He don't care about your outfit that you wore at church. He don't care about, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He don't care about how loud you sung in the choir. He don't care about that, man. He don't care about the longest blunt you done rolled up. He don't care nothing about that. You're going to get put to death. And when you cry to him to help you, he's not going to hear you, bro. The Most High not going to hear you because you've been wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you have parents, right? Just say you been wicked. You been wicked as a little child. You bad. You been making F's on your report card. You been bullying people at school. The principal been constantly calling your mama, telling you been bad. And then all of a sudden, you want something from them. You think your parents finna give you something after you been bad? They're not finna hear you. They're not finna give you nothing. Why? Because you've been wicked. The Most High not finna give you nothing if you wicked. Same thing with your parents. The Most High is our Father, so he gonna treat us like our parents treat us. He not gonna give you nothing if you've been wicked. If you've been bad and you beg for something, you're not gonna get it. That's from anybody. So the Most High not gonna help you and hear your cries when you've been wicked, and then you try to ask for help. He's not gonna give you nothing, right? And it says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. So you're gonna have a lot of people seek the Most High early, but they're not gonna find him. They'll try to seek him, because a lot of our people need to see a sign for them to start repenting and believe. Right now, I mean, you see it, but not on a high level yet. Our people need stuff to see for them to repent and believe and come back to the Lord. So right when they see martial law kick off or a vaccine mandate, when they can't go in restaurants and stuff, that's when they're going to try to seek the Lord, but it's going to be too late. You can't finesse the Lord. A lot of our people try to finesse the Lord, but you can't finesse the Lord, man. You're not hearing that. And they say, for they that hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. So he's talking to the people that hated knowledge, that didn't want to choose to fear the Lord in that day, man. And the Most High not playing that day, man. I got a precept. All right, so I got a precept, John 9:31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners. So you have people be like, the Christian church tell you that they allow homosexuals in the church. They don't tell them to repent and come back to the Lord. They just allow the homosexual just to sit in the church. A man just like a woman. The church don't correct nobody. The pastor don't correct nobody. But the Bible said, now we know that God heareth not sinners. So if you a sinner and you wicked, man, or you not repenting from your sins, you continue constantly to do it. You're not praying to the Lord. You're not fasting to the Lord. You're not sincere. The Lord said he don't hear your prayers. So when you wicked, when your cousin gets shot, or you get shot, or it's hard for you to pay the rent, your light's gonna get cut off. When you pray to the Lord and ask for his help, he's not hearing you. Got another precept. And this is the Most High, man. This is the Most High telling you through me, letting you know what to do. Because once it's too late, it's too late. This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. So the Most High saying, seek him while he may be found. Seek him when all hell ain't breaking loose right now. Seek him when you got a chance to read. Seek him, because there's going to come a time you're not going to even be able to, they're going to take your Bibles away. They're going to burn the Bibles, bro. So seek the Lord while you can. When the prophets on the highways and byways calling people in, go listen to them. When you see a brother making a video, listen to him. When you have a brother telling you to keep the commandments, listen to him. That's the Lord. That's not just us. We just regular people. The Lord got the Spirit on us. He talking through us to warn y'all to get right. He telling you to seek him while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Call the Lord when he is near, because it's gonna be too late to call upon him. If you haven't been calling upon him, it's gonna be late to try to call upon him, man. He's not gonna hear you because you trying to play the Lord. You're trying to play him like a sucker, right? So he's not gonna hear you when you wasn't trying to call upon him right now when everything was going good. You know what I'm saying? So going into that, so seek the Lord while he may be found, man. So now I'm finna get Daniel 12:1. Let's see what Daniel say, because Daniel was saying this stuff, man. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. Even the same time, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So I'm finna reread what Daniel said. And it said, at that time shall Michael stand up. And Michael is an angel, man. Michael the archangel gonna have to stand up. It's gonna get so bad, it's gonna get so wicked that Michael the archangel gonna have to stand up, man, and help us in this thing, right? It said, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. So Jacob's trouble, what we coming into, it's gonna be a time like never before. And nobody on the face of the earth have ever seen what Jacob's trouble, what we finna see in Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be worse than slavery. It's gonna be worse than Black Wall Street. It's gonna be worse than segregation. It's gonna be worse than the Trail of Tears. It's gonna be worse than the Tuskegee experiment. It's gonna be worse than all these things, these atrocities that our people done witness. It's gonna be worse than all that put together, man. It's gonna get bad out here, bro. We ain't gonna have no military. We ain't gonna have no we ain't gonna have no police department. We ain't gonna have no firefighter trying to fight for you. Hey man, you ain't gonna be able to call the police in that day. You ain't gonna be able to call nobody. Your phone's gonna be off. All this stuff that you see, phone, light poles, that stuff gonna be over with, man. You're not gonna be able to call for help. It's gonna be dead. You ain't gonna have no social media. You ain't gonna be able to post your pictures on there and get your likes and worry about all that. It's gonna be over with, man. And you know how our people go crazy about that stuff, man. And you're not gonna have it in that day. It's gonna be a lot of stuff. You ain't gonna have no cars. Hey man, the gas truck gonna start delivering to the gas places, the gas stores. So hey, once you out of gas, it's gonna be over with. You're gonna have to be on foot, man. It might be cold. You're gonna have people trying to kill you. You know, that's why it's called Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be hell for the so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, which are the Israelites, because we come from Jacob. It's gonna be hell. You're gonna have people trying to kill you. And the so-called white man gonna show his true colors in that day, man. You have the so-called white man and white woman, they kind of smile in your face. You know what I'm saying? They kind of, they kind of smile in your face, act like they cool with you. You know, in that day, they're gonna show their true horns. They're gonna show their devil horns in that day, man. Esau, the so-called white man, he gonna try to kill you in that day, man. He gonna try to murder you, slaughter you in that day. This is a time that we never seen before. We coming into this thing. We gonna witness this stuff, man. Don't think that it's about 20 years down the line. We is gonna witness this stuff. We is gonna witness Jacob's trouble, man. We gonna witness World War III, man. And they say, even to that same time, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be written in the book. So this is what we trying to do. We're trying to get ourselves written in the book of life. Because everybody that's written in the book of life, they're going to be delivered. Even if they do get put to death, because you're going to have some people that have to be martyrs in this thing for Yahweh Shema Shai. And they're going to get raised back up, man. They're going to get raised back up. You're going to have people getting protected in that day, man. The angels are going to be protecting the people, you know, that been keeping the commandments. They're going to be protected, man. You know, if they written in that book, man, they going to be saved. But everybody that's not written in this book, man, they got something coming to them, man. But Lord willing, we written in that book, man. We don't know for sure. We don't know nobody don't know if they written in the book, man. That's why we go hard in this thing every day, so we can make our call and our election sure that Lord willing, we hope and pray that we written in that book, man. You know, so it's a so let me get some prophecy real quick. This is all I really want to get into. I didn't want to make this video, you know, too long. I might do a part 3, but I just want to get into Matthew 24, because Matthew 24 is mighty, mighty, mighty. You know, Yahweh basically telling, you know, his disciples how they gonna know when they're in the last days or not. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real out here, man. So they want to know how we gonna know. What's the signs? What's the signs to know that we're in the last days? Because He's not gonna allow us to get caught off guard, man. It's gonna be some signs that build up and lead to something, to lead to this time that we coming in. And the scriptures show you, right? It tells you. So this Matthew chapter 24 in verse This Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3, the New Testament. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So the disciples came up to him. Basically, our people, even right now in today's time, our people come up want to know, hey, when we in the last days? How do we know when the last days? So Yahweh finna answer that question when his disciples had asked him, right? And it said, and Yahweh answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. So how we gonna know in the last days? This one sign right here, and this done been happening. You gonna have people coming out saying that they're the Messiah. I seen 2 or 3 people already before last year came out and said they're the Messiah. How can all 3 of y'all be the Messiah, man? You have so-called white men coming out saying they're the Messiah. You had a homosexual white man saying he the Messiah. You have all these people coming out and saying they're Messiah. And it's only going to get worse. You're going to start seeing a lot of people saying they're the Messiah. And you're going to have people following them, man. They're going to have a fan base. People going to actually believe that they're the Messiah, man. They're going to follow them, right? So that's another sign how you going to know you're in the last days, because you're going to have people saying that they're the Messiah, that they Christ, man. That's blasphemy. For you to say that you Christ, that's blasphemy, right? And it says, For many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. So it's going to be people that's getting deceived. So if people getting deceived, that means that the person that's saying they Christ gonna have to show some miracles. He might have some witchcraft. He gonna do some sorcery. He gonna turn water. He might turn water into wine with some witchcraft. So folks gonna be like, oh, this is the Messiah. And it's gonna be a finesse. You falling for the trap. It say, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So how we gonna know when the end time? Because we hearing about rumors of war. If you got the End Time app, I advise everybody to get the End Time app right here. You got right here, kind of the ETH right there. It's called End Time Headlines. Go to the App Store and get it. It's called End Times Headline. It tells you all the stuff that's going on around the world, right? And there's so many rumors of wars that goes on in that app, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. We finna go to war. World War III is gonna happen, man. Whether you want it to, or rather you kind of waiting, rather you kind of trying to push it back, you don't want it to happen. It's gonna happen, man. Here go one right here, my rib sent to me. It say rumors of war. U.S. warns Russia. U.S. warns Russia is planning military offenses against Ukraine with mass of 175,000 troops. So it's finna be war going on, man. It's gonna be war going on. I'm finna get it, Salaki. End Time Headlines, man. Or y'all can go to the website, endtimeheadlines.org on the internet. It gets into it. All these rumors of wars going on. U.S. warns Russia. It's getting real, man. It's gonna happen. And it's a lot of rumors of wars going on that we've been hearing about. You know, trying to been thinking about doing stuff, man. It's gonna happen, bro. You know, so and it says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. For a nation shall rise against nations. So this will be nations rise against nations. You know, on the new Purge movie, right? The new Purge movie. What's it called? I think it's called the new Purge, or the Purge. I forgot. It's the newest Purge movie. You had nations rising against nations. You had a group of people rising against other groups of people. You're gonna have race wars kicking off. You might have the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on, man. America gonna be going against Ukraine. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. Nations gonna be rising against nations in that day, and we slowly coming into that thing, man. We slowly approaching nations rising against nations. And they say, and kingdoms against kingdoms. Kingdoms gonna be going against kingdoms, man. You're gonna have like the US, Ukraine, China, all those, they gonna be going against each other in this thing, man. It's gonna be wars kicking off. Right? And Jacob trouble gonna be going on, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a time like we never seen before, Daniel 12:1. And we have to prepare ourselves on a spiritual level for these things, man. They say, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So if it's already famines and pestilence going on in diverse places, I mean, it's already famines and pestilence going on around the world. You look around the world, it just haven't came to America yet. But around the world, hey man, famine and pestilence is going on. It's going on. People are literally having a famine right now. A famine going on with the farmers in the land, the crops. But we don't know that because they're giving us GMO food. They're giving us fake food, so we thinking we eating real chicken, but we're not eating it. You know what I'm saying? We're not eating that stuff. It's all fake. So it's really a little slight famine going on, but we ain't seen nothing yet, though, but it's slowly rising up. It's going to come a time where there ain't going to be nothing in this store. It ain't going to be no more GMO foods. It's not going to be nothing. The river's going to be dried up, so you're not going to be able to go to the river and get no water unless the Most High bless you with it, some water. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be dried up. Fruit going to be going off trees. It's going to get real out here, man. So imagine yourself not eating for 2 or 3 weeks, for 6 days, for a whole week. You not eating nothing, tasting nothing. So that's why a lot of people let me get this precept, man. You gonna have that's why you're gonna have a lot of people eating each other, man. You're gonna have people literally eating each other, man, eating their child. Our people have done it before. Back then, it's gonna happen again. You have cannibalism come back in a great way. You're gonna have Jeffrey Dahmer's coming back, you know what I'm saying? Eating people. That's a spirit. It's gonna be a Jeffrey Dahmer spirit out here, man. Eating people, cooking people. It's gonna get real, Lord willing. This Jeremiah chapter 19 and verse 9. And he said, And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend in the siege, and straighten is wherewith their enemies, and they that seek their lives shall straighten them. So you're gonna have people eating their sons. They sons that they watch grow up. He might be 5 or 6 years old, right? And he might tell his son to come to the woods with him, right? Because he haven't ate. Think about it. The man haven't ate in about a week or two. He gonna be looking at his son like a hamburger. I'm gonna be real. He gonna be looking at his son like a hamburger or a hot dog. He gonna look at his son as food, man. Just like that episode on what episode was that? I forgot what cartoon it was. But he was looking at was it SpongeBob or something? He was looking at somebody like food, man. Kind of got the heart. No, that's Tom and Jerry, one of them. Kind of looking at your son like some food. Kind of mouth drooling, you drooling, ready to eat him. So take your son out to the woods, right? You telling him, hey man, help me grab some sticks and take it back to the fire. Your son don't know what's going on. He like, yeah, okay, dad. You helping him up. I mean, the son helping him with the sticks. The dad hit him in the head with a rock. Now, his son wake up in a hot pot. He like, dad, what's going on? He finna get, his dad seasoning it up, throwing vegetables in there, cooking his son. He finna eat his son up, man. That stuff is gonna really happen. That stuff is gonna really happen. Or he might even cook his son. You ever seen The Walking Dead? Those zombies are people. That's how people are literally gonna be, man. Those people are actually gonna be like the zombies of The Walking Dead. He might not even cook his son. He might just eat him raw. Eat his, bite his fingers off. That stuff is gonna happen, man. People gonna be hungry. People gonna be eating horses, not even cooking them, eating horses. Go to a barn. Horses gonna be in there. Everybody gonna jump on them and start eating them. Blood gonna be all in their mouth. That's gonna happen. Folks' mindset is gonna be like The Walking Dead zombies. That's how folks' mindset gonna be, man. They ain't make that movie for no reason. They ain't get the idea for no reason. That stuff is gonna actually happen, man. This is Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 29. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat. So not only your son, but your daughters too. Hey, I'm telling you, women gonna be an easy prey in that day, man. Women, you have women feel like they're above men. You gonna have women say, I got the independent spirit. I don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? Women, the black woman is God. Them women gonna be easy targets in that day, man. Folks gonna be snatching women up left to right and eating them, raping them. It's gonna happen, man. So don't think that it's gonna be sweet out here. Women gonna be catching hell too, not just the men. The women gonna be catching hell out here too, man. They're gonna be getting ate up. So I got and you can't really imagine that right now. If I ask anybody right now, would you ever eat your son? They're gonna be like, they're gonna look at me crazy. They might get upset. Like, what you talking about? But they ain't gonna be able to say that right now. Nobody ain't gonna never say that. I will eat my son or my daughter. But in that day, hey man, actions gonna speak louder than words. You're gonna have people literally doing that. They words ain't gonna mean nothing. They saying it right now, oh, I ain't gonna eat my son. I love my son. I love my daughter. I would never do nothing to hurt them. They're gonna be the same people dang finessing and trapping their sons up. They might put a trap out, a little bear trap. They walk into the woods, their son step on the bear trap. Now his foot caught on it, he gets stuck. Now he like, Dad, help me. His dad looking at him like a meal. Now his dad kind of get the pistol out, shoot his son in the head. Now he dragging him back to the place where they was at. Now the whole family feasting on him. They having Tim steak for breakfast and lunch and dinner. They having Tim steak, man. They having Maya steak. They really finna bust down. Folks gonna really bust down on people, bro. It ain't gonna be no Applebee's. It ain't gonna be no Whoppers. It ain't gonna be no McChickens. Folks gonna really bust down on McMichaels, McDaniels, McJonathans. They gonna really be busting down on people. Like cannibalism is coming back in a big way, man. It's gonna get real out here. So I got I got 2 more precepts on cannibalism because people need to know this is a real deal, man. And like I said before, you're not gonna be able to call the police. The police not gonna come and help you. The police actually gonna be eating people too. Everybody gonna be feasting. So if you don't got the Most High on your side, this is for the people that don't got the Most High on their side. Everybody ain't gonna go through this. The people, it's gonna be people that's protected by the Most High, and they're gonna have food. They're gonna have water. He gonna allow animals to come feed them like he did Elijah. But the people that's not doing his will, this Isaiah 9:20, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry. And he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. So you're gonna have people really trying to eat themselves. Eat themselves. Can you imagine trying to eat yourself for how hungry you is? And that's still not gonna satisfy you. You still gonna eat some more people, man. I'm telling you, man. Got one more precept going to cannibalism. So this is why people gonna be eating themselves and eating people, because the lack of food, the lack of bread, the lack of water. People gonna be drinking their blood. You're gonna have people actually cutting themselves on purpose, drinking their own blood. It's gonna get like that. It's gonna get rough out here, man. People might be digging dead people up, eating dead people. Might go to the nursery home. They know them old people in the nursery home, in the nursery home finna die. They on the cords. You gonna have people kicking down the door, going there, eating the people while they got the cords on them. It's gonna happen, man. It's 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 57. Thy children shall die of hunger. So just imagine your child dying of hunger. You can't do nothing for him. He hungry. You seeing him decaying. He's hungry. You can't feed him. What you gonna tell him? He gonna be, I need some food. I need some food. He's slowly dying. That gotta be the worst, bro. That's like one of the worst deaths. To starve to death, to burn to death, and to drown. It gotta be the three worst deaths. To drown, to burn to death, and to starve. In my opinion, they're the 3 worst ones. So just imagine yourself just slowly dying because you don't got no food in your body. It said, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thou shalt perish with the sword in the field. So it's gonna be a lot of people dying by the sword, by the weapon. And y'all remember the commercials with them little Africans, with them little kids, with they flesh decaying, and like $5 or $1 can help. Them little kids starving. That's how a lot of people gonna look, man. They gonna look like them little kids that been starving on them commercials when they ask you to donate money. It's gonna be a lot of people look like that in that day, man. Right? It's gonna get real out here in the field, right? So I got and they say, and there should be earthquakes in diverse places. And man, earthquake, it was just an earthquake the other day in California, man. It's earthquakes going on bad around the world, man. Like I said before, if you get that End Time app will tell you everything that's going on. I'm finna show y'all just 2 or 3 of them that wasn't going on. Or one right here. I'm gonna show you the one. Back to back, this was November 14th. Back-to-back earthquakes measuring 6.4 and 6.3 strike Iran, resulting at least 1 reported dead. That's one right there. Strong 6.2, this was December 20th. Strong 6.2 earthquake strikes off the coast of California. And there been many, many more than that. You know, I gotta pull them up, but there been many, many more earthquakes than that. You know what I'm saying? And tornadoes been going on. Tornadoes, it's gonna be increasing. You're gonna start seeing more and more and more earthquakes happen in diverse places. Why? Because that's prophecy, and that's showing that we close to the end. We are literally right here. We in the 4th quarter. You know how football, they throw the 4s up in the 4th quarter. We really in the 4th quarter right now, man. 2 minutes on the clock, 2 seconds on the clock, matter of fact. We in the 4th quarter right now, man. And they say, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So all that what I just said, people faking to be Christ, the rumors of wars, pestilence and violence and earthquakes, all of those are just the beginning of sorrows. It's gonna get worse. So just imagine you seeing, man, it's gonna get wild, man. And it says, verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So you're going to have people getting delivered up, man. And that day, you're going to have people getting delivered up. People going to be getting set up. You're going to have family members turn on you. They're going to deliver you up to get afflicted and get put to death up there by the so-called white men, them nasty, stinky government white men, the Rockefeller, the Rothschilds, all of them, right? People gonna deliver you up. You gonna have people in your own camp. You know what I'm saying? Brothers that you truly love. Hey, a spirit gonna hop on them. Hey, they gonna deliver you up in that day. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it goes back to you gonna have people actually being martyrs in this truth, man. You gonna have to die for Yahweh Shem Hawashah in this thing. And it says, and you're gonna be hated of all nations because they're gonna bash our name on the news. You're gonna have people bash the Israelite name, saying, oh, we a hate group. Oh, we did so and so. You're gonna have fake news. They're gonna be talking about us on our name, right? So that people gonna start hating us, like, oh, they did so and so. They worse than the KKK. They always cursing. They're gonna be talking about our name on the news, right? And people gonna start hating us in this thing, man. You're gonna have brothers trying to start tucking their fringes. They're gonna get scared. But hey, if you truly love Yahweh Shem Hawashah, you're gonna stand 10 toes. You're not gonna let that stop you from him, from getting this truth, from getting the kingdom. Nothing shouldn't stop you from getting the kingdom, right? Verse 10. Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. So it's gonna be people that turn to hate their brother. You see those movies when you have best friends turn against each other. Blue Story. Hey, if y'all haven't seen the movie Blue Story, definitely watch the movie Blue Story, man. Mighty movie, man. It shows you how close friends can be. Then stuff happens. I ain't gonna spoil the movie. Stuff happens. Then they turn on each other that quick, man. That's how it's gonna be in that day. Brothers that truly loved each other, best friends since high school, best friends since elementary school, they gonna turn on each other in that day, man. It's gonna happen, man. They're gonna be offended. They're gonna be offended. They're gonna feel some type of way about Yahweh Shem Hawashah. They're gonna turn on their brothers, man. That's the wickedest thing you can do. Turn on your brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Turn your people in. That's the wickedest thing that you can do in this thing. So we got and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. False prophets gonna be rising up, man. They ain't Christian church. The Christian church is false prophets. The pastor's a false prophet. You gonna have people really out here with the microphones, finessing people, man. False prophets. If they ain't speaking the words of the Bible, they false prophets. If they out there with the Bible not in their hand, they false prophets. And if they're not telling you that you're an Israelite, if they ain't telling you that all hell finna break loose, they false prophets. They not really about what they talking about. They ain't talking about nothing really. They ain't really about their father business. Us, we about our father business. We warning our people like he was doing. We doing his work, man. He put that spirit on us to do his work, man. We trying to do it. We trying to be as blameless as possible. We trying to warn our people like he did. We trying to heal a lot of people spiritually with his word like he did. You know what I'm saying? So we don't care nothing about no stumping, no clapping in the church. We don't care nothing about that. We out here for one job only, to warn our people and wake our people up. That's our duty as men. Ecclesiastes 12:13. That's the whole duty of man. Fear God and keep his commandments. So verse 12. And because the iniquity shall wax slacken, and because the iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So iniquity is going to abound, man, and the love of many going to wax cold. It's going to increase. Iniquity is going to increase, man. The crime rate going to increase. The murder rate going to increase. You know, it's gonna be on a high chart. So the love of many gonna wax cold. It's gonna be very few love in that day. You're gonna have sons killing their daddy, sons turning their daddy pops in, mamas killing their grandsons. Mama killing their sons, grandmas killing their grandchildren. There's gonna be a lot of stuff because of the love of many is gonna wax cold. It ain't gonna be no more, oh, we family, oh, we blood thicker than water. It ain't gonna be none of that no more, man. It's gonna happen. Love ain't gonna be there no more. Family, that stuff ain't gonna be there no more. Only thing you're gonna have is your brothers in this thing, your sister, your rib if she in the truth, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have that. All this other stuff, the love of many gonna wax cold, man. It's gonna get real. Folks gonna stab you in the chest with a real knife and don't even feel bad about it. People gonna shoot you in the head, don't even feel bad about it. Cause that love gonna wax real cold. And it say, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So we gotta endure to the end. You have people already saying they saved, but the Bible just said you gotta endure to the end to be saved. How you saved and you still in the land of your captivity? How you saved and nothing ain't happened yet? Nobody ain't came and saved you yet. You still here. So you gotta endure to the end to be saved. You gotta endure all this stuff that I'm talking about to be saved in this time. That's what we gotta build up on faith. We gotta stack up on faith, man, because we don't got faith, we don't got nothing in that day, man. It's gonna get real out there in this thing, man. So you got to endure to the end. Matthew 24:13 is the motto. He that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So endure. Fight these demons, bro. Pray for more endurance. Pray for more faith in this thing. You got to have that. If you don't have that, you're not going to make it. If you don't have no faith and endurance, you're not going to make it. So I got, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So, you know, we got brothers all around the world preaching this truth. You have brothers in the UK preaching this truth. Brothers in Africa, our brothers in Africa preaching the truth. It's a lot in America. We everywhere preaching this truth, man. You have different camps everywhere, out the state, out the country. They preaching the truth. It's gonna be, because the Most High said this word got to be heard around the four corners of the earth, man. Because our people is scattered. James 1:1. Our people is scattered everywhere around the world. So the word has to be preached everywhere for us for our people to hear the word. So, because the Most High don't want nobody to be like, I didn't know about the Israelites. I didn't know about repentance. I didn't know about this. Hey man, everybody gonna have a chance to hear about this word. It's either you take it in or you don't. Everybody gonna have a chance to. Everybody gonna hear about the Israelites, man. It's either you want to get into it or you want to die. It's gonna happen. It's as simple as that. You want to get into it, you want to die. But the Most High gonna give everybody of his people a chance to hear this word. So you ain't gonna better say you ain't know about the Israelites or you ain't know what's coming. Because I'm telling you right now. Brother telling you right now. So I got I'm gonna go to Slack verse 21. Let's skip down a little bit. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. Hey, the Most High just said, hey man, he gonna shorten the days. He gonna shorten the days for the elect's sake. For his people's sake that have been doing his will, he gonna shorten the days. Because if he didn't shorten these days, it's gonna get so bad, right? Check this out. It's just gonna get so bad that if the Lord didn't shorten the days, everybody will die. But he's shortening the days for his elect's sake, right? For the people that's been doing his will, he's gonna shorten the days. So Jacob trouble could be two months, right? He might could shorten it to 1 month. We don't know how long Jacob trouble gonna be. It could be 2 years. You might not have no food for 2 years, man. It's gonna get real out here, man. But he gonna shorten these days. You see how fast time going. If anybody been noticing the time, he's shortening the days, man. Time is going by fast. These days are going by fast. He'll literally shorten these times up, man. If he wouldn't shorten these times, it'll be wicked. It's gonna get wickeder. It's gonna get wickeder, and wickeder, man. So he gonna shorten the time for the elect's sake. 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. So I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be agents in this thing, man. You're gonna have people actually trying to set you up during this time. So if they say Christ is over here in his bush, or Christ over here in this cave, do not go over there. It's a setup. You're gonna know when Christ returns. You're gonna feel his presence. So don't be falling for somebody saying Christ is over here, man. That's a setup. It could be named the people over there finna send you to a FEMA camp, man. You gonna have, I don't care if it's your cousin or your brother. If they say Christ is over there, I don't care if it's your mama. If your mama say Christ is over here in the bushes, don't go. Because she probably turned you in for some money. It's a setup. Christ is not gonna be over there, man. So don't be fooled by that saying, or when people saying Christ is somewhere when he's not. You gonna know when he come. Right? And it says, for there shall arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it was possible, they should deceive the very elect. So you're going to have people, like I said, false prophets, saying they the prophets, saying they Christ. They're going to show great signs, meaning they're going to show, like, they might do some witchcraft, some voodoo. They're going to show great signs of being Christ. They might start floating. They might turn water into wine. They might turn some corn into popcorn with their hands. Oh, they might do some crazy stuff like that, man. But people gonna fall for that and see that and be like, oh, he gotta be the Messiah. Look what he just done. But Satan could have blessed him on the left-hand side with some witchcraft. Now you falling for that, thinking he the Messiah. Now he got you set up. Now you finna die. He taking you to a FEMA camp. Now you finna die. It's over with. So don't fall for none of these people that saying they the Christ, man. They doing all this type of magic and they talking smooth words. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. You gonna know when the Messiah come. He's gonna tell you that. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. So don't believe. If anybody say he's somewhere, do not believe it. I don't care how good it sounds. Do not believe it. It's going to be a setup. It might be army troops waiting on you to get there. Right? Now check this out. For as lightning cometh out of the east and shineth the even Salakia. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. So you gonna know when the Son of Man touched down on earth, you is gonna know. You gonna feel his presence. So don't fall for nobody saying he over here, he over here. When he come on earth, you is gonna feel his presence. You gonna feel his presence. So you don't be getting fooled and finessed by people saying he over here, over here. You gonna get fooled by his presence. And the government working on something right now called Project Bluebeam. It's an illusion. They might have something in the sky of it looking like Christ in the sky. They gonna try to fake. They basically gonna try to fake the return of the Messiah. But don't fall for that, because you gonna know in your spirit when he come or not. You gonna feel it, right? They gonna try to do their best to try to fool and finesse us, man. So let me see. So let me get I'm gonna get a few more and I'm gonna close out for this part 2, right? It's prophecy. Let me get. I really need to get this right here because this finna happen soon. This 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 27. So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. No. That ain't what I want. That ain't what I want. Salakia. This 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So you're gonna have a man that desire to go into a city and he not gonna be able to. Why he not gonna be able to? Hey man, it's gonna be ducked off. You're gonna be catching hell. Just say you catch a hell in Chicago, right? You're not gonna be able to leave Chicago. Our family can be going crazy over there. You're not gonna be able to get in your car and leave or get on the plane. You're not. It's gonna be over with. It's gonna be so much hell going on, you're not gonna be able to do it. And even right now, they're trying to stop you from. If you don't got that jab, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't got that jab, they're not gonna let you fly. If you don't got that jab, you're not gonna be able to go nowhere, man. So it's gonna. That's the times that we coming in. This part 2. These are the times that we coming in. We coming into perilous times, man. Your loved ones that you truly love is gonna die right in front of your face. You're gonna be seeing hundreds and hundreds of people dead on the ground, man. It's gonna get real out here, man. Just imagine this stuff. I look around all the time and just imagine this stuff. Circle K over there, Applebee's right here. It ain't gonna be here. It's gonna be desolate. It ain't gonna be no food in these places. Folks just not gonna be walking in and walking out smiling with their kids. It's gonna get real, man. And if you don't got the Most High, you blacks, Latinos, or Native Indians, if you don't have the Most High on your side, which name is Yahweh, Bahashem, in the name of his son, Yahweh Shah, who the world called Jesus Christ, if you don't have him on your side in these days, if you want to continue in your wickedness, if you want to continue in your folly and madness, you're going to have to go through all this stuff. You're not going to make it out. The Most High going to give you a slow, painful death. He going to give you a pestilence so bad, it might be he might give you a flesh-eating disease. Eating your flesh up. You can't do nothing about it. Feel like some needles in you. It's going to happen. So all that stuff, you got a gun. You might be stacking up. You got a gun, got food and all that. It's not going to do nothing. You tough now, right? And most are going to expose a lot of men. You gang banger. You so-called want to be thug. Feel like you the toughest one out, right? The Most High going to expose you, man. The Most High going to expose you to the T. You going to be out here crying, shaking. The Most High ain't nothing to play with. He ain't no type of game. He ain't your homeboy on the block. He ain't your rivalry gang. He ain't none of that. He is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. He not going to play with you, man. If you don't repent and come back to the Most High, you is going to get put to death. I'm telling you, you're not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? So this is part 2 of my video. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. I say Shalom, Kwon Yasharallah.